Hey, Mr. Howie doing here at Sirrine Studios for session number 2. I'm kind of excited because after our first session, I looked at my own video that we recorded last week, and I went home and practiced my own video. Yeah, I did my own video, actually just a simple stretches at home. And I gotta tell you, it's pretty tough. It's a lot easier when I'm motivated by my taskmaster, Miss Teresa, but being able to see what I was doing, I was able to incorporate it for a couple days. I got to get better at it, that's for sure. But here again today, let's see how we do, and we'll just keep it moving.
So we're doing a cactus arm stretch here. Howie's working on trying to rotate his hips forward. As you can see, he's very tight through the shoulders. So the goal here is to gradually take your hips facing forward as you're lifting up through the sternum and pushing the palms of the hands into the wall. So this helps with opening up the chest and the shoulders. It's good to do for when you're at a desk job, always rounding forward, or lifting weights like Howie does to help keep openness and range of motion through the shoulders.
I'm going to turn this way, right?
Yep, now we're on the second side. As you can tell, this is his predominant side. A lot less rotation through the right shoulder. This side he'll need to work more. Try and see if you can lift up through the sternum a little bit more. Just feel that deep in the stretch. A couple more deep breaths. So here we're working on flexibility through the hamstrings for Howie, which will help release his low back with his chronic low back problems right now. And then taking the hands out onto the chair while he's pushing back through the sits bones are going to allow to help his chest and his shoulders open more. It's also going to allow him to elongate through the spine. So he's pushing his sits bones into the wall as he's lengthening through the crown of the head. It's going to deepen the stretch to those hamstrings and the back. How's that feeling, Howie? Okay.
Very good.
A few more deep breaths. So we're coming into a calf stretch here, which is super intense for Howie right now.
Someone help me. She's trying to torture me.
So as he has his toes spread, he's curling his toes under. He's stretching his toes and his arches of feet as he's putting compression on the bottom of the calf muscle. And it's pretty hard for him just to sit back into this pose to start with. So we're going to be trying a few new poses today, and then we're going to be doing the same ones from last week and see where he's at. So we're gradually working on where Howie can sit back on the heels of his feet in child's pose. He's using the mat rolled up underneath his arms for a little prop to help him a little bit more cushion since he can't quite come back on the heels of his feet or come all the way down to the floor. So we're just working on sitting cross-legged. He's sitting on a blanket folded up to help him allow his hips to relax a little bit more. So a little bit better than last week, right, Howie?
Much better.
You can
actually cross my legs for the beginning.
Yeah. So he's been incorporating the stuff that we learned last week and doing it a few times on his own at home. It's going to help him get better even faster. So we're in here in Supta Tadasana again, week 2 of private sessions. We're working on thigh loop, engaging the thighs when you're in this pose, which is going to help to release the hip flexors. So we're going to start by keeping that left leg active, pushing down through the left hamstrings as you slowly bend your right leg 90 degrees. Taking your hands behind the hamstrings. Good. So as you're pushing your knee in towards your chest, you're still keeping that left leg active. You're rotating that left thigh in. Pushing down through the hamstrings. Now you're going to slowly straighten your right leg as much as you can, extending up through the heel of that right foot. Oh, those left hamstrings are coming off the mat. Push down. And ankle circles. Spine. Now we're going to come into balancing cat. You're going to take your right leg out, push out through the heel of the foot. Start with that calf stretch though. Take your foot down.
Like this?
Yep. Left toes are relaxed down. So you're starting with the calf stretch now. The lift's going to come from the glutes, lifting with the glutes. Keep that hip rotated down. Now you're going to take your left arm out. You're lengthening through the crown of the head, keeping that back leg at hip level. Draw your arm and leg towards the midline. So working on balance and coordination here. This also helps to strengthen the low back, which Howie needs with his back issues. How's that feeling from last week?
Better.
Nice.
Feel more movement.
Good. Well, you can already use the block rather than the chair, so that's progress. Let the back knee relax down, toes facing down. Coming into crescent pose, so you're going to take your right elbow to the knee, extending up through the left fingers, hips. Letting those quadriceps and hip flexors releasing. Good. Slowly straightening that front right leg. Using the block or the chair.
This way, right?
Yep, right. Walk the block closer towards you. Straighten the right leg all the way. Starting with the foot flexed. There you go. Trying to come forth, a flat back, chin up. Makes the stretch deeper through those hamstrings.
Yes, it does.
All the little tiny things that makes a huge difference. Now slowly point the toes down, stretching the top of the foot.
Hey, Mr. Howie, do it. At the end of session, yoga session number 2 with the taskmaster, Miss Teresa. It's been awesome. I've already seen a great improvement from my first session. It's been just a week. And doing the stretches at home, but really being under the guidance of Teresa has really, really helped a lot, because small changes, small increments, we call the Kaizen principle, allows such a bigger difference in the way you feel the stretch and how my body's aligned. So if I can do it, more importantly, you can do it. Get some yoga in. It's good stuff.